Alright guys, I thought I would just show you a cool video, a little bit of drone footage, not too far away from my home, my hometown. You're looking at Louisiana, LSU right here. I've been here many times. That bridge in the background going into New Orleans, been there many times. I've traveled across that bridge hundreds of times. So, yes, but I want to put it into perspective, how massive this balloon is going to be. I mean, look, and they're already talking, they're going to need like several acres, a giant empty field to launch this particular balloon. And of course, whenever it's going up, into the clouds, 30,000, 40,000, 50,000 feet, it's not going to be fully inflated. It's only when it gets up into space, into lower Earth orbit, I believe I'm going to say around 100,000, 110,000, it'll be fully expanded, but it's a high pressurized balloon, meaning it should last for quite some time. But my thing is, what happens to all of that, the hardware, the actual, instruments that are going to be doing the studying? Like, is it going to fall back down to Earth? Does it just float out and burn up, I don't know. I'm not going to say it's a waste of money. Of course, I would support any scientific, experiments and things like that. But gosh, could you imagine just the cost, the overall cost? And again, what happens unless it'll orbit, like a satellite? That would be cool. So, all right, guys, next clip. Here we go.
Launch a massive balloon from Wanaka, New Zealand. Well, really, how massive is this balloon? Guess how many of these blimps could fit inside one NASA super pressure balloon? Go ahead, take a guess. The answer, 92. Yep, I said 92 blimps could fit inside NASA's super pressure balloon. More of a sports fan? Well, we could put this stadium inside our balloon when it's fully inflated. Our balloon is set to fly at over 110,000 feet, and for our Kiwi friends, that's about 33.5 kilometers. We're planning to keep our head in the clouds and eyes in the skies for 100 days. That's how long we're hoping our balloon will stay aloft. No balloon animals here, folks. This is serious ballooning business. Astronauts and Nobel Prize winning scientists got their start launching experiments on, you guessed it, balloons. You can follow the mission on Twitter, Facebook, or our website.
Hey guys, NASA launching a balloon the size of a football stadium. Now I'm going to include a few clips in today's video just to give you guys an idea of what we're dealing with here. I mean, this is epic. This is huge. Now there was one similar to this particular balloon, but this will be the biggest and it'll go the highest. And it's just breaking all kinds of technological boundaries. Really, really cool stuff. So right here, let me read this, guys. NASA is going to send a balloon the size of a football stadium to study the stars. Now let's get into it. Okay, fans may not be able to enter football stadiums this season because of the coronavirus pandemic, but that's not stopping NASA from sending a football stadium-sized balloon to the stars. NASA said it will send about an 8.5 foot telescope. I'm not going to read that long word, into the stratosphere on a balloon the size of a football stadium to look at the light wavelengths that are not visible to the human eye. Really, really cool. The mission will pave the way for future space missions by testing new technologies and providing training for the next generation of engineers and scientists. Very cool. Show you guys a little picture right there. And like I said, I'll include a few videos. This little illustration, let's see, shows a high-altitude balloon ascending into the upper atmosphere. When fully inflated, the balloons are 400 feet wide, or the size of a football stadium, and can reach the altitude of about 130,000 feet, which is about 4 times higher, I believe, than a commercial jet. Wow. Let's see, let me read this here. In order to study the far infrared light, we will need to be 130,000 feet in the air, approximately 4 times higher than a commercial flight. For comparison purposes, the boundary of space is 62 miles above the Earth's surface. The balloon may seem antiquated, but NASA notes they offer advantages such as cheaper launch costs. So very cool, guys. I mean, could you imagine seeing that? Now, right here in Texas, where I live, they have a launch facility, NASA does. I live right next door to NASA, by the way. I mean, I don't know if you guys may know. I probably just doxed myself, but whatever. You guys already know. I share a property line with NASA, and they have a facility in Palestine, Texas. You know, I'm in Houston, where they actually launch these balloons. So very cool. And you guys know my family; they all work at NASA, going back to the Apollo mission. So you know, I guess I'm a NASA supporter to a degree. To a degree, I think they cover up a lot of stuff. They hide a lot of stuff. In fact, I know they do. But anyway, balloon missions don't always have lower costs compared to space missions. It says that they don't only, meaning they're cheaper than space missions. Of course they are. They also have shorter times between early planning and development, which means they can accept the higher risk associated with using new or state-of-the-art technologies that haven't flown yet, or that haven't yet flown in space. Pretty cool, guys. I mean, you know, I've always thought about ordering a balloon like off like you know, Amazon, and putting like, I have a little GoPro, like I have a fake one that was like 20 bucks. I got it at Home Depot, and I want to put it on a balloon and, you know, send it up there and see what happens. So I don't know, guys, but yeah, I'm gonna add a few clips, and you know, you guys kick back, enjoy. Pretty cool stuff. All right, guys, I thought I would, you know, share a little clip from NASA, you know, how they launch these balloons. I mean, look at that. It's actually pretty incredible when you really start to do the research. You know, and I told a lot of people, like, yeah, there's going to be this massive balloon the size of a football stadium, and people think it's like science fiction. Like, what are you talking about? It's crazy. Like, no way. You know, but absolutely. You know, you'll see here a little bit of footage from NASA. And in fact, I think I told you guys I want to launch my own balloon with the GoPro camera, and you know, of course, share it on the channel, obviously. But how cool is that? You know, I'm trying to bring you guys something a little bit different. It's okay to change it up every now and then. You know, I thought this was somewhat related, you know, considering that most, you know, skeptics, they say every UFO sighting is a weather balloon. But obviously, we know the difference between a weather balloon and a UFO. I'm not wrong, right? I'm not wrong. You know, so check it out. I mean, look at the weight. I mean, they're, you know, literally lifting thousands of pounds, 6,000 pounds, these balloons. I mean, that's crazy, guys. That's like my truck. I have a pretty big truck. My truck weighs like 3,800 pounds, so it could lift two of my trucks. I don't know, what does an army tank weigh? Who knows? It could probably lift one. You know, especially this, you know, this one that's the size of a freaking football stadium. But they're talking about the balloon. It's going to lift, you know, I want to say 4,000 or 5,000 pounds. The one that's as big as a football stadium, but it's not really built for its heavy lifting capability. It's more so for its longevity and durability, because they want it to last. They want it to go up really high, and things like that. Also, Antarctica. You guys know I made a few videos on Antarctica, and this is how they study Antarctica, you know, with these massive balloons. So anyway, guys, just, you know, I thought I would switch it up a little bit on the channel, bring you guys something interesting. And again, I'm going to be cranking out videos all weekend. You guys stay tuned.